Good evening. My name is Ann Wilkinson. I'm the Director of Mentoring Services at My Life, My Choice. I'd like to welcome you this evening by reading a letter from one of our mentees. Welcome to the virtual Turn on the Light. I hope you enjoyed the reception. We never expected it to be like this, but thank you for taking the time to hear and listen to what we have to say. For those of you who have been to Turn on the Light in the past, this is my third time participating. My name is Veronica. I joined My Life, My Choice when I was 13. I am 18 today. For those of you who don't know, My Life, My Choice is a program for girls, and all kids really, who are at high risk or have been exploited. When I first started at My Life, My Choice, I gave it a shot because my mom put me in the program. After a while, I started to enjoy it. I became close with my mentor and also got to know the other mentors and other girls. It is like a family, and there is always someone to talk to. We get together for holiday parties and soul food dinners. They also help girls learn about leadership and things like financial aid. They help you earn money, teach you how to overcome obstacles and challenges. They don't say no, but help you make better decisions. My Life, My Choice is a place where you are not judged and not looked at differently. We all have our own stories, and we are accepted. I also want to tell you why I appreciate my mentor, Tanya. I've known Tanya for almost 5 years. We have so many good memories, and she always is one call away. If I'm having a tantrum, I will go on a walk and call her. She never judges me. If I'm making a bad choice, she just says, Veronica, you got to think about that. She doesn't tell anyone else my business. She's protective and confidential. Tanya is very active in my life. I had a senior talk recently, and she joined virtually. She will also be at my virtual graduation. My Life, My Choice helped me and my mom become best friends. My mom is here with me right now as I write this letter and wants to say something too. My name is Priscilla, and I am Veronica's mom. My Life, My Choice has been helpful to Veronica and other kids in high-risk situations who have been exploited and manipulated. As a parent, you think you are making the best decisions, but Tanya listens to me too. She is able to hear me out. She does not tell me details, but she reassures me that my daughter is going to be okay. In moments of darkness, I will tell Veronica, please call Tanya. We are in this side by side. When we were in a domestic violence situation, she supported us. She connected us to Olivia at My Life, My Choice, who helped us with our housing search and was just there for us. Thanks to My Life, My Choice, we now know that moments of confusion, rebellion, high risk, and feeling ashamed can be part of your story, but you can overcome it. Veronica recently received a scholarship from Curry College. Thanks to My Life, My Choice, she might not have thought about going to college. I am grateful to Tanya and My Life, My Choice. This is Veronica again. What my mom just said reminds me of a quote that I want to finish with. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Thank you again for being here and listening to me and my mom. I'm happy now to introduce Lisa and Audrey. I hope you enjoy the program. Thank you, Veronica and Priscilla.
Good evening. My name is Audrey Morrissey, and I'm the Associate Director of My Life, My Choice. And I want to start off by thanking Ann and Veronica and her mom for that beautiful introduction. I want to welcome everyone to Turn on the Light 2020. This feels so different. I know most of us are used to coming together in person, having great food, great conversation, and great dancing at the end of the night. So I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to join us virtually, which I know takes a lot for a lot of us, as most of us are working virtually. So I just want to thank you for being present and a part of this wonderful night with us.
And I'm Lisa Goldblack-Grace. I'm the Executive Director of My Life, My Choice, and I'd like to welcome you as well. I wish we were standing together watching the sunset over Boston, eating great food together. As far as I can tell, the only thing that's better about doing this virtually is I'm not wearing uncomfortable shoes. So welcome and thank you all for being here. I'd like to start by thanking the My Life, My Choice Advisory Board. You all are truly our team and extraordinarily helpful. Thank you. I'd like to thank our host committee tonight, who planned an entire face-to-face event and then on a dime pivoted and planned an entire virtual event. Thank you. And I'd like to thank our parent agency, Justice Resource Institute, JRI, who's been focused on social justice since 1973. And when we joined them in 2009, welcomed us in our social justice mission as well. So thank you, JRI, for everything. I'm going to turn it over to Nancy.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Nancy Rachel Rousseau, and I am the Director of Development. At My Life, My Choice, we are successful because of our staff, our partners, and our mission-oriented focus, which is centered on the exploited youth that we serve. Most of all, we're successful because of all of our donors. At this time, I'd like to thank the sponsors who in these unprecedented times are unwavering in their support. At the very highest level, we want to first thank Patty Bellinger-Balzer. As a torchbearer sponsor, she is making it possible to serve 20 exploited youth, providing them with critical crisis intervention through a full year. Thank you, Patty. The next level of sponsors are the trailblazers, and we thank them for each funding a year of job skills training and leadership development skills for 10 young survivors. Thank you, Bank of America, Camille and David Kallstrom, Brenda and Peter Diana, Rayanne and Samuel Mandel, Ropes and Gray LLP, and Triumvirate Environmental. The next level, the warriors. Each sponsor is funding mentoring services for one exploited youth for an entire year as they find safety, stability, and hope. We are thankful to Stacy and Kim Belf, Jennifer and Andrew Beauregard, Martha Coakley, Landy Insurance, McCarter and English LLP, Rachel Rock and Josh Levy, the Red Sox Foundation, Kate and Jeff Tebow, and Titan Partners. Lastly, we would like to thank all of our champion sponsors. Collectively, these sponsors make it possible for us to serve high-risk and exploited young people. They also make it possible for us to come together in this way this evening. Thank you again to all of our sponsors. Before we return to Lisa and Audrey, we have two more groups of people that we would like to thank, and the development team will share that with you.
This year marks the 10th annual Turn on the Light, and it is clear how unique this year's event is. It goes beyond hosting it in a virtual space for the first time. There have been countless twists and turns as we have worked to prepare for this incredible event. Through it all, our host committee has stood with us and worked to ensure tonight's success. Our committee chairs Stacy, Kim, Brenda, Peter, Jacqueline, Patrick, and Lauren have never hesitated to step up and support us as new challenges and questions have arisen. We have benefited enormously from their expertise, and we thank them sincerely for their dedication. Our host committee always plays a crucial role in preparing for Turn on the Light. We could not be more grateful for their time, commitment, and creativity. We are blessed to have such a strong and engaged host committee. It's an honor to thank you for all that you have done for us and for showing the true power of a committed community.
At My Life, My Choice, the past several months have been full of firsts. Our first Summer of Light series, our first virtual Turn on the Light, and our very first Illuminators. We want to take this time to say thank you to all of our wonderful Illuminators, a dedicated group of supporters who are committed to the success of Turn on the Light. They have shifted with us into this virtual space by fundraising among their networks for Turn on the Light. They have gone above and beyond by creating their own fundraising pages, sharing our Summer of Light videos, and spreading the word about Turn on the Light to audiences that we've never before reached. It is my absolute pleasure to express the immense gratitude that My Life, My Choice has for our Illuminators. Because of the funds that they've raised, we're able to maintain and expand our survivor empowerment, prevention, and training and advocacy programs, bringing us one step closer to ending exploitation. Thank you to the Turn on the Light 2020 Illuminators.
For those of you who are new to My Life, My Choice, we are a survivor-led pioneer in the fight to end the commercial sexual exploitation of children. As many of you know, the commercial sex industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that targets the most vulnerable in our communities. And as many of you have heard us say over and over again, it is an unfair fight. So we push forward our mission of social justice to end exploitation through local and national prevention work, through local and national training of service providers and law enforcement, through thought leadership with our partners to shift the systems that result in exploitation, and through our direct intervention services with exploited and high-risk young people. What an incredible time for us to come together. This pandemic has impacted all of us. For some of us, this illness has hit close to home and we've lost people we love. For some of us, we've been essential workers through all of it, and others of us lost our jobs. And for the young people we serve, their pre-existing vulnerabilities have been compounded. While not all young people who are exploited come from poverty, the vast majority of young people we care for do. And amid an already fragile safety net, our youth have experienced extraordinary food insecurity while their parents work to keep the lights on and a roof over their head. And our young people come predominantly from communities that have been truly hard hit by this pandemic. So we know that vulnerabilities aren't handed out equally. If anybody was unsure of that before COVID, you couldn't possibly be unsure of that now. And our anti-trafficking work is rooted in this intersectional understanding and seeks to address the structural inequalities that lay the foundational groundwork for exploitation to occur. So our approach is both systemic and boots on the ground. When the pandemic hit, we quickly moved to virtual work and did so with creativity and love. In particular, our mentors have been amazing at finding ways to connect with young people through technology and now, well, with masks on and 6 feet apart, and they've done it exceptionally. In the first 3.5 months of the pandemic alone, we received 32 referrals. We served 178 youth virtually during that time, and we gave out almost $19,000 in assistance to those families. It's been an intense time.
What an incredible time to come together. This is a time that we are all forced to look at the history of racial injustice in our country. This is a time of revolution and reckoning. As a woman of color, I am angry, I am sad, but I'm also really hopeful that this is a time for real change. My Life, My Choice has always had a focus on social justice. We know that racism is a key factor that leads to overwhelming number of youth of color being exploited. If you look at the number of youth we served in our mentoring program last year, more than half identify as youth of color. This is a conversation and work we will not be sweeping under the rug when it is no longer headline news. As you stand with My Life, My Choice, I ask you stand with us just as tall around the racial injustices in this country.
As we look back at our impact over the past year, 241 exploited and high-risk youth here in Massachusetts of all genders received intensive mentoring from one of our survivor leaders. That's a 10% increase from last year. We trained over 2,400 youth-serving professionals, including law enforcement, on how to respond to exploited youth, and that's a 6% increase. And in addition, we reached another 3,200 folks through our webinars and panels. Most impacted by COVID were our in-person exploitation prevention groups, and many of those were canceled this spring all across the country. But we've worked hard and are laying out right now our virtual exploitation prevention group so that folks, no matter what comes in the fall, will be able to run these groups with young people in need.
As we look forward at our plans for innovation and growth in the coming year, we know that we will be serving more kids than ever before. We have built up our capacity to meet these needs and have improved our program evaluations to more closely monitor and demonstrate impact. This is true in our prevention and training programs as well. We are in the process of awarding 5 congregate care programs our Prevention Solution Fellowship, which will help build significant capacity and prevention around the country. Our training team continues to build relationships and create new ways to reach and educate service providers and law enforcement. Training both virtually and hopefully someday again in person. Tonight, you will hear from some of our young people in letters they have written for this occasion and read by their mentors. Because we are doing this on an internet platform, we couldn't control who sees it over time and in an effort to protect the confidentiality of our mentees. You will not see their faces tonight. This is too bad, but trust us, they are strong, smart, and resilient, beautiful young people.
You've shown up for the most vulnerable youth in our communities at a really important time. Thank you again for being here. I hope you feel the love that went into creating this evening. We're grateful to you. We need you. Thank you for standing up with us.
Hi, my name is Luke Goldworm. I'm a board member of My Life, My Choice and chair of the Male Allies Committee. Male Allies is a concept born out of a need for male accountability for our role in the damage and trauma associated with exploitation. If silence is merely the polite version of assent or of being complicit, then it is necessary for men to put up, speak up, stand up, and be present in their support. Men need to voice that buying or selling another person, that degrading or devaluing another human is never acceptable. And being a true ally means coming together as men to be present as a force for change, to understand that this horrific issue festers and grows in the dark and in the silence, and we will not be silent anymore. Our vision is to inform and arm men with the truth and to build our numbers, to influence the conversation amongst men, amongst policy members and lawmakers, and amongst the choices of philanthropists looking to support the needed services, and ultimately to message survivors that we are here in the fight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Barbara Wanyana. I'm a senior survivor mentor at My Life, My Choice. I'm going to read you a letter from my mentee, Alexa. My Life, My Choice is a place where you can feel safe. While being in My Life, My Choice, I have learned a lot. I have learned to trust, love, gather with people, even if I don't know them. My life was so hard and stressful, and I did not know how to trust or who to talk to. It was very hard for me to get through everything. When I met my mentor, Barbara, she made me feel comfortable. She was able to tell me her story and help me embrace mine. We have been together for about 3 years, and I can't even express how much I have changed, how much empathy I have for the people that have been here. I never used to feel that. My heart was not in the right place, neither was my mind. My Life, My Choice mentor and groups helped me learn how to do activities with other people. My mentor was a big help in this. She helped me learn to trust, speak bravely, and show more ambition. When she asked me to participate in Turn on the Light and introduce one of the awardees, I felt proud. I wanted to learn more about the awardee. What I learned is this. Peter Qualitin has been working to end commercial sexual exploitation and other forms of gender-based violence for over 30 years. His work has centered on holding men accountable for their actions and also preventing commercial sexual exploitation through educating boys and men. He spends much of his time now advocating for the equality model, which also holds buyers and sellers accountable while helping victims access services they need. My Life, My Choice has done so much for me and other mentees. I am glad there are people like Peter in the world who are also trying to help end exploitation. I am proud to present Peter Qualitin with the 2020 Beacon of Light Award. Sincerely, Alexa.
Thank you so much for this award. It is incredibly meaningful to me. And it's made even more meaningful because it's been given to me by the two of you. That mentor-mentee relationship at My Life, My Choice is crucial to the success that the program has had. And that really makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because the harm that's experienced by those who are commercially sexually exploited is experienced in the context of relationship. And relationship is not a safe place to be. Relationship is a place where we've experienced betrayal, abuse, neglect, violence, and blame for what's happened to us. And so it makes sense to me that there's nobody that's more able to step into that space and help someone open up to relationship again, like a mentor, like someone who's been there, and like somebody who comes in with the skills of partnership, availability, and compassion to meet somebody where they are and to walk with them as they walk into their future. So I am incredibly supportive of the work that y'all are doing on the ground with survivors. I'm also incredibly supportive of the work that you are doing, the cutting edge work that you're doing with aspiring male allies. I had the privilege several months ago to sit down for the first time with a group of men who were interested in learning about what they could do to support My Life, My Choice. And they've gotten together and are meeting regularly now in order to figure out how they can best support the individual survivors that are accessing services. How can they support the agency? But even more so, how can they support the engagement of men in stopping the harm of commercial sexual exploitation? Most sexual exploitation, whether it's experienced at the hands of buyers or pimps and traffickers, is at the hands of men. Most men don't do these types of violence, but when these types of violence are done, they're being done by men. And so men of conscience have a crucial role to play to stop commercial sexual exploitation. And the way that we can do that is through accountability to survivors. And the way that we can do that is through accountability to organizations like My Life, My Choice, to organizations that have a mission not only to help those who have experienced commercial sexual exploitation find their strength, so walk alongside them as they're able to exit, but also to change the culture, to really get to the root and co-create social justice in a world rife with inequality. And so that sort of optimism in the face of so much adversity is one of the reasons that I think My Life, My Choice is a beacon of light. There's a great quote that comes to mind by Bertolt Brecht. And the question is, in the dark times, will there be singing? The answer is yes, there will be singing about the dark times. And so thank you, My Life, My Choice, for being a beacon of light in those dark times, for being a song that I'm really grooving on in these dark times. And if I am a beacon of light, it's because I'm reflecting yours back. Keep on keeping on, and I'll be there with you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Akita, and I'm a survivor mentor with My Life, My Choice. I will be reading a letter from my mentee, Tita, this evening. Hello, my name is Tita. I am 18 years old, and I have been with My Life, My Choice since last June. Having My Life, My Choice has been a really big help for me. Before, I didn't have someone I could count on to talk to, someone to give me support. My mentor is Akita. When we first met, we instantly made a connection. She was open and honest right from the beginning. I appreciate her sense of humor and that I can talk to her anytime. She is willing to be real. She is willing to be a real person herself with me. Overall, My Life, My Choice has impacted my life in a lot of ways. It is a community of people to talk to and to help you with lots of things. Akita goes above and beyond her job description. She is like an older sister to me. She has helped me open up to people, to tell people things. She made me feel like what's happened to me is not my fault. Everyone goes through things. My Life, My Choice helps you deal. I am writing this letter to introduce the second Beacon Light awardee, a person who, like my Life, My Choice, fights for survivors and can overcome anything. Dream Hampton is an award-winning filmmaker and writer and activist from Detroit. Her documentary series about the decades of sexual abuse, allegations against R. Kelly not only broke rating records, but had a wide and far-reaching impact. She was the first person to really listen to those survivors' voices and make other people listen as well. His accusers were predominantly young women of color who had been dismissed and not listened to. Since listening to young women is key to My Life, My Choice's mission, she is the perfect person to get this award. I was disappointed to not get to meet Dream in person and hand her this award, but I did get to talk to her over Zoom. Like many of us at My Life, My Choice, she has been through a lot and has overcome everything thrown at her. When we talked, she asked me about surviving R. Kelly and another film she worked on about a girl who had been shot. She is a person who tries to always do right. She is willing to help anyone at any cost. I asked what she was most proud of. She said she is most proud of how she has raised her kids. She said she did not want her kids to go through the same things she went through. She works really hard to be the mom she wants her kids to have. I am inspired by Dream. She is a good role model. She has overcome traumatic experiences in her life and uses it to teach and build awareness of injustices like R. Kelly. She worked really hard to make that film, and it has already changed so many lives. My Life, My Choice is giving her this award because they help survivors, and she does too. I want to thank My Life, My Choice, Akita, and Dream for all they do. I am honored to give the 2020 Beacon of Light Award to a powerful person who has overcome so much and inspires me. Dream Hampton. Thank you, Tita.
Hi, I am so grateful. My name is Dream Hampton. I am here with my Beacon of Light Award from My Life, My Choice, Boston-based group that I'm telling y'all like y'all don't know. But, you know, when I came to Boston a couple months ago before coronavirus, I met this amazing group of women who told me about the young survivors that they worked with. And I know that not all of the young people in the program worked saw Surviving R. Kelly. I don't even recommend that all of y'all do see it. You know, a lot of people told me when it first came out that they thought it would be too hard to watch. And I understand that, you know. But I can tell you that when I made the docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, and I wasn't the only one to make it, I worked with a group of amazing people, including Tamara Simmons, who worked with the survivors, by the way, held their hand through this whole process. Bree Bryant, at Lifetime, who was really insistent on centering them, which is why I even came onto the project. And by centering them, I'm talking about these women who had, stories about abuse and wanted and needed to tell them. And I wanted to give them the platform to do that, to share their stories, to talk about how they had survived that harm and were still surviving, that there wasn't some destination called healed that they arrived at, that it was a lifetime of work that they had to do. And first of all, they had to understand that they had even been in an abusive situation, because some of them were so young. Some of them were like 15, 13, 14, 17 years old when they first met their abuser, and they thought that they were in a relationship with a 28, 35, 40, 50-year-old man. R. Kelly is someone who has been doing what he's been doing for almost 30 years. So while the girls stayed the same age, he would get older. And they thought that they were in a relationship with that man. And I know that some of the young people in My Life, My Choice understand that. They, y'all probably understand now that you're away from your abuser, that, and I'm not saying that everyone has the same story. There's a whole spectrum of ways that our girls and young women are being abused. But this particular story of a predator who preys on teenage girls often made them think that they were in a relationship. So at first it took them a minute to understand that they were in an abusive relationship. And then a lot of them didn't want to self-identify as victims. And I respected that. They wanted to identify as survivors. And that's so important, to let people self-identify and name and claim what happened to them and to give it framework. And so it was my job as a storyteller to just let that story unfold. So for those of you who did watch Surviving R. Kelly, thank you. For those of you who thought that you either knew that story and didn't want to watch, you rather watch something that doesn't have anything to do with that. You rather watch a movie about, I don't know, astronauts or cartoons, something that don't have nothing to do with harm. I respect that also, that decision. But I'm grateful for this, this Beacon of Light award. I think that y'all are the light, and I know that you will be in whatever you choose to do in your life. And I hope that you too will reach back to victims and survivors as you grow stronger. And thank you again so much.
Hi, my name is Susan Alves, and I am the Mentoring Services Manager at My Life, My Choice. I'd like to read you a letter that one of my lovely mentees, Mia, has written. Hi, my name is Mia. I am 17 years old, and I've been with My Life, My Choice for almost 3 years now. I can't tell you how blessed I am to have Sue by my side. I can always talk to her when I'm feeling down or when I really need advice before I make a stupid mistake, and she will make it better. That's why I love her. My Life, My Choice is honestly something I'm so proud to say that I'm involved in. I don't know where I would be right now if I wasn't. Not too long ago, I was involved in a My Life, My Choice leadership program. We talked about all kinds of things. It was a great way to express leadership in a positive way and learn our communication skills, so we can share our stories with the community. I'd like to present to you guys a video that we made in the process. We will be sharing how our mentors impact us and how My Life, My Choice helped us and where we are now. I hope everyone really enjoys it, because let me tell you, how many reshoots that we had to do. LOL. Enjoy, Mia.
What was the reason for turning to My Life, My Choice?
I was a young girl going down a dark path, doing the wrong things, getting with the wrong crowd, not knowing who I was.
I had a pimp. I was just going downhill.
I was in the streets a lot. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff. I needed help.
What is the biggest misconception of sex trafficking?
That this doesn't happen in my neighborhood, this wouldn't happen to my child, and it's a choice.
My Life, My Choice provides a survivor-led mentorship with the children. We get to share our experience, strength, and hope with them and give them a future goal to look at of what they can do with their lives instead of staying stuck in a situation where they don't want to be. Some of the girls, they come in as young as 12.
When we meet these youth and we tell them our story, it's really like a flower, like they open right up. And I'm talking about kids who have held things in for a long time, who didn't want to say anything, who didn't want to tell anybody what was going on with them. Because we're survivors too, the kids understand our language, like we're that unique unicorn, we're that person that understands them.
The best memory of My Life, My Choice is when they did the intake, when Tina came to my house. And, you know, I just saw this lady with all these tattoos just, you know, show up to my house after, like, you know, months of social workers. So it was finally good to have someone to come there and not judge me, you know.
My Life, My Choice has impacted my life in a very big aspect.
We went to State House over summer jobs, and I was with a bunch of girls, and I met a bunch of people that I never met before and I never ever saw meeting before in my life.
Every year we have beach day and we come together, group of girls, hang out on the beach, eat great food. It's a good time. The leadership program is really fun. There are a lot of girls, we get to connect. We're able to come together as more of like a community, and we all have a lot of the same things in common.
Leadership program is empowering. It teaches you how to love yourself and be confident in who you are and understand that your past does not define you.
I have worked here for almost 7 years. There was no mentors when I was younger. There was no mentors when I was in the life. There wasn't a lot of help.
Certain situations that they're struggling with, we can sit down and talk to them and say, me too. And they can't really get that from anywhere else.
In My Life, My Choice, you have a family.
Who are you now?
I'm still figuring that out.
Well, Veronica, she is now a mom. She's 19. She's a hard worker. She's just herself now. Like, she loves herself.
A natural born leader, very independent, learned to do things on my own.
I'm a great person now. Well, I was a great person then, but I'm a great person now. I go to school, I get A's and stuff. I go home when I'm supposed to.
I became a mentor for my mentor, and I like to say each one teach one. Maybe one day one of my mentees will work here. My Life, My Choice means everything to me. You know, seeing kids smile at Christmas time because they have a mentor that shows up for them at a residential facility and they have nobody else to come and visit them. My Life, My Choice means family. It means a humanitarian agency. We are a part of a big movement. We make a huge difference.
I no longer feel like I have to be a dual person, like a professional in corporate America, not sharing one single piece of my past history, opposed to, I'm a survivor mentor. This is my secret, and now my secret is my story.
Without them, I wouldn't be here. Probably, be dead somewhere.
My life, my choice to me means family. It means hope. It means ending commercial sexual exploitation of children. It means fighting a fight on a daily basis, even when you're tired. It means a lot, and it's not just a job, it's much more than that.
As you have heard throughout the program, My Life, My Choice strives to end exploitation by providing prevention and intervention training nationwide and directly serving exploited youth locally. As you've also heard, this past fiscal year between July 1, 2019 and June 30, 2020, we trained 2,435 providers, law enforcement, and allies through 73 trainings. Further, we reached 3,277 more people through conferences. We also served 240 young people. Even with the pandemic emerging, we innovatively pivoted to continue to serve our young survivors. We were able to do so in large part because of our donors. This chart details what a gift from you could support. Join the fight against the commercial sexual exploitation of children. You can easily and securely text TOTL to 844-701-5181 and follow the prompts, or visit our website at www.mylifemychoice.org and click on Turn on the Light to make a donation. Upon receipt of your donation, you will immediately receive a receipt. We will add you to our mailing list, and you will later receive a letter sharing highlights about tonight's anticipated impact. We hope that you have all of the information that you need. However, if you don't, ask a question in the comments and we will assist you. Thank you.
This year, we are excited to offer the City of Champions raffle package, perfect for the ultimate Boston sports fan. The package consists of 6 items: a Bruins hockey jersey signed by the team, a Celtics hoodie signed by number 11 NS Cantor, a Celtics long sleeve practice shirt signed by NS Cantor, a 22 by 33-inch signed and framed photo of Terry Rozier, former Celtics player, a Red Sox face mask, and a pink City of Champions baseball cap that has the logos for the Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and Patriots, and displays how many respective championships each team has won. There's a little something for everyone here, and it would make a great gift for a Boston sports fan, even if that fan is yourself. To enter the raffle, text RAFFLE to 844-701-5181. From there, you'll click Donate Now and make a donation in the amount that matches the number of tickets you'd like to purchase. The tickets are 1 for $25 or 3 for $50. At the bottom of the donation form, right above where it says Submit, check the box next to This is a raffle entry. The raffle will be open until 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, July 26th, and the winner will be randomly drawn on Monday, the 27th. We will use the email you provide to contact you. Good luck!
There are many benefits to hosting a virtual event, but we truly miss being able to see and hear from all of you. We want to celebrate with you, and you can join in by scanning the QR code with your phone and using VidHug, a quick, easy, free video sharing service, to tell us what impact My Life, My Choice and Turn on the Light have had on you. Each clip that is sent in will be put into a video that we will share across our social media. We cherish every conversation we have at the gala and every story you share. Distance may make it harder this year, but we want to connect with you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tanya Morris. I am the Senior Survivor Mentor and Training Specialist at My Life, My Choice. And I want to end the evening tonight by reading a letter from my mentee. And she states, "Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Being a part of My Life, My Choice has been life-changing for me. It has brought me a lot, opened my eyes, and helped me through obstacles I thought I couldn't face. We are preyed on every day, but there are good people out there. Each and every one of you for being here and recognizing us means so much. My name is Tavi. I am 18 years old and joined My Life, My Choice a little over 6 months ago. In that time, my mentor, Tanya, has become more than a mentor. She's my friend. She's my family. Tanya has brought me a lot of light. She helped me realize that I am not alone. I am not the only one who has been hurt and that I am strong. I've had traumatic experiences, mental struggles, and I felt alone. I've been through things that are not always comfortable to hear, but it's my story. Tanya has helped me see that I can get through this. My Life, My Choice shows girls and boys who've been assaulted, exploited, embarrassed, that we are cared for. We are not alone, and we can get through anything. We can face problems together. We will not be left alone and forgotten in a dark corner. A hand has reached out to help. My Life, My Choice is a group of powerful, powerful women. I want to be a hero someday. I want to be the person someone like Tanya has been for me. I want to add my voice, be one more person, a positive person in this fight. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here, listening, joining, participating, and giving your support. Sincerely, Tavi.
Hi, I'm Stacey Bell.
And I'm Brenda Diana.
And we are the chairs of the Sponsorship Subcommittee for Turn on the Light.
I'm Jacqueline Redmond.
And I'm Lauren Weichar.
And we are the chairs of the Silent Auction Subcommittee for Turn on the Light.
On behalf of the entire host committee, we want to say,
thank you for joining us this evening.
And for joining the fight to end commercial sexual exploitation.
Thank you.
We, the staff at My Life, My Choice, would like to say thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Obrigado.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
정말 고맙습니다.
Thank you.
Obrigada.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. It truly means the world. So, good night.
us.